What's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here back with a new movie. The name of this movie is What If Naruto Had the Speed Force? Yeah, and it's an unscripted movie as well. Now before continuing this movie, if you haven't then please do leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And without further ado, let's begin with our story. Our story begins on a stormy night in Konoha no Sato, in Namikaze Uzumaki compound. Minato and Kushina were outside the house as Naruto's older sister Narumi, who bullied Naruto secretly, locked Naruto out in backyard as a prank. Naruto was banging on the window, but nobody was home to listen. As Kushina went to meet with her friend Mikoto and other friends on a women's night out, as Minato was busy in Hokage office. As Narumi was having a nice cozy sleep in her bed while Naruto was outside in a stormy night. As he was shivering with cold, he was crying as well. He was 3-year-old kid. What could you expect from him? He was also the Jinchuriki of Kyuubi no Kitsune, the full Jinchuriki. Minato and Kushina survived the 10th October Kyuubi attack, and nobody blamed Naruto as the cause of the Kyuubi attack or the demon itself. They praised Naruto as a hero, but Naruto was an innocent kid who didn't let it get to his head. And his older sister got jealous because of that. And that is the reason why Naruto was here. Narumi-ne-chan, please open the door. I'm getting cold here. As Naruto was shivering, as his teeth were clenched tightly, as his body was shaking violently in the cold, as the cold breeze blew there. And suddenly, thunder boomed in the sky, as Naruto felt a shiver run down his spine, as a lightning struck near the ground where he was standing, which caused him to bang the door even more furiously. Narumi-ne-chan, please open the door. I'm sorry for whatever I did, please. I'm scared. As Narumi finally had enough, as she finally got off of her bed. Jeez, what's with this wimp? She said as she made it way downstairs, as she saw Naruto banging on the door. As she was about to open the door, something happened. Huge bolt of lightning struck Naruto once, as her eyes widened, as Naruto was now on the ground, as their house was destroyed. As Narumi's eyes widened, Naruto? She said, stuttering. She was confused at what she saw. Then another lightning bolt struck Naruto again, which caused her to scream, as another lightning bolt struck. The seals on both Kushina and Minato's arm that was located with their home security alarm rang off red as they both rushed towards their home. Within their shinobi suites, in 2 minutes they arrived back at home. As they arrived, busted through the door as they saw Narumi standing there, as another lightning bolt struck. As Narumi screamed again before fainting, as both of the parents rushed towards Narumi. As Minato said to Kushina, "Where's Naruto?" As then Kushina screamed as she pointed outside shakingly, tears running down her eyes. As Minato, shakingly but begrudgingly, looked outside the window as his eyes widened. His blood ran cold as he saw Naruto's burnt body lying there, as he put 2 fingers under his, face to see that if he was breathing. And much to his shock, he was, as without wasting a second, he rushed into the hospital where he would get Naruto the proper treatment. As the doctors took Naruto into intensive care unit. Until his family arrived, Minato was standing there alone and shocked. He wanted to know what happened to Naruto and how did this happen, and what was Naruto doing outside in the rain. As after what seemed like hours, both Kushina and Narumi arrived after she woke up. As then Kushina and Minato turned towards Narumi. Narumi, what happened? Why was Naruto outside? Well, you see, it was my fault. I became mad at him that he was gaining so much attention, and I locked him outside as a prank. But as I was about to, let him in, lightning bolt struck from the sky. I'm sorry, Kachan. It's my fault. As Kushina was about to slap Narumi for what she did with rage, Minato stopped her. As he looked towards his daughter with a little bit of anger. Narumi, what you did was disgusting and horrendous. And it should be considered bad enough to banish you from clan. But we see that you are a child and for what you did was out of jealousy, you have to gain Naruto's forgiveness. Then you will have ours. Until then you are grounded. As Narumi nodded her head, silently praying that Naruto will safely recover. She didn't want this to happen to her little brother. She wanted to teach a little lesson to him that she was the older sister, but she didn't know that things would escalate this far. On the other side, inside Naruto's seal, Kyuubi and Naruto were talking. Yes, Kyuubi and Naruto were friends since Naruto could talk. Even as a toddler, Naruto found his way into his mindscape, much to Kyuubi's annoyance, and, well, Kyuubi had to take care of it grudgingly at first, but soon Naruto kind of grew on him, and Kyuubi often would take care of Naruto as his own kid, as he was downright enraging what had happened. Damn it. Is Kami against me or something? Whatever I found loving, he'll take it away from me. First To-chan, then another human I loved, and now this kid. No, I'll be damned if I let Kami take him away from me. I'll do everything in my power, he said as he slapped his hands together, and his chakra rushed through Naruto's vein. As outside the seal, the doctors came to a halt, as they feared. The Kyuubi's chakra was circulating around Naruto's body as they called in the fourth Hokage and some of the sealing experts, as every one of them arrived to see Naruto's body covered with Kyuubi's chakra. What is going on here? We don't know, Hokage-sama. The Kyuubi's chakra suddenly erupted out of Naruto's body, and it's covering Naruto's body. Call Inoichi here, this instant, he said, and without anyone noticing, a shadow moved from the hospital. It was an Anbu. As after 10 minutes, Inoichi arrived, the Yamanaka clan head. What is it, Minato? As he looked towards Naruto. Oh my god, what happened to him? We'll talk about that later. I want you to go inside Naruto's mindscape and meet with Kyuubi to hear from him what he's doing. What? You want me to go and meet that monster? No way, Minato. I'm sorry, listen, but I can't. It's not going to harm you. The seal is there and it is strong. The second strongest seal out there. I'm going to trust that word of yours, Minato. As Inoichi went inside the seal, as he saw Naruto's mindscape was a grassy land, as he saw a giant cave with huge bars, as two red eyes shot open, as Naruto's body was levitating in between the figure's hand above mid-air. As Inoichi said, Naruto! Don't worry, Ningen. I'm saving this kid's life. What? What do you mean, Kyuubi? I'm not going to let this kid die, because if he dies, then I die. And I'll be damned if I let my prisoner die. I see, so you are helping him to live by yourself, as Kyuubi gained a sinister smirk. Yes, that is why I'm helping him. I see. You're not trying to influence him or something, right? Believe whatever you want. I'll be just helping him so that I can survive. It is pathetic already that my container is weak. Tell his father to train him properly, and to take care of this nonsense of a big sister that he has. It was because of her that he's in this condition, said the Kyuubi with such venom that Inoichi was scared as he left the mindscape. Unknown to him, Kyuubi shed a tear. I'm sorry, Naruto, I had to say those things. I can't let them know that I care about you, or otherwise they might try to corrupt you to gain my favor more and use my power. I will let you use my power, but only because you are my friend, not because they want you to, he said. As Naruto didn't knew anything, he was still sleeping in a coma and comatose-like state, even inside his own mindscape. Onto the outside world, Inoichi woke up with a gasp. Kyuubi is helping him. What? Yes, he's healing him because he wants to survive. He said that his container is already pathetic enough that it's weak, and he will be damned if he lets his container die. Otherwise, he'll die as well. I see. So the seal is working properly. What do you mean, Minato? Well, the seal is supposed to work. I didn't have 100% guarantee, but you just ensured me. You used me as a guinea pig, Minato. Come on. Sorry, Inoichi. Had to. Well, it's a good thing that Kyuubi is healing Naruto, as everyone watched in fascination as Naruto's burned skin started to heal at an unexpected rate. Even before they could blink an eye, Naruto's muscle would be healed. to its original state. As time went by, as a week passed already, Narumi was still feeling guilty and was reminiscing of what she did. She was, well, downright pathetic now. She didn't have any friends because, well, she always was arrogant and she didn't have anyone to lean on now. She was all by herself, in her room crying, while hugging Naruto and her family's picture. I'm so sorry, Naruto. When you woke up, I'm making things right. I promise. On to the other side, inside Naruto's mindscape, Naruto woke up. Where am I? It's alright, kid. You're alright. Kurama said, with a soft voice. Kurama, thanks, I guess. Because of your help, I'm alright, I guess. Right? Yes, but you still need to rest. As Naruto then said, cool, as he started to dash towards Kurama as he was outside the seal. Thank you, Kurama, he said as tears were welling up in his eyes, but Kyuubi's eyes weren't at what it saw. Naruto disappeared in a flash-like state, and next thing Kurama knew, Naruto was hugging him. Naruto? What? Kurama, I'm already here? Naruto, can you do me a thing and a favor? What is it, Kurama? Can you dash outside the seal with open eyes this time? Okay, but why? Just do it. As Naruto groaned and did it anyways. But surprisingly, this time it happened again. Naruto appeared on the other side. Whoa, I appeared already here? Wow, I'm fast, aren't I? Naruto said, chuckling. You are, but what is it? But I only saw a blur. What? What do you mean a blur? Like my dad's jutsu? Yes, but you were moving. He teleports. I was just running. I see. I have to look through your body. Can you rip up a bit of seal? Sure. I don't know why that paper is still there. Heck, even if I knew how to use Funjutsu, I would have freed you by now. In due time, kid, but just rip the seal for now. It'll be alright. As Kyuubi moved his paw outside of the seal as he lifted Naruto up to the where the paper of the seal was, as Naruto ripped the whole thing. As the seal was now visible, the lock on the seal was visible. As after that, Kurama closed its eyes, focusing on something. Naruto just stood there, letting his friend do whatever he wants, as he trusted Kurama completely by now. As after what seemed like an hour, Kurama opened his eyes. Everything is working as it should be, Naruto. I don't know what is happening. Naruto, I have an idea. When you wake up, ask your parents to do a Kekigenkai test for you. What kind of test is that? It is performed medically. You don't have to worry about it. Just do it. It might explain why you have this power or ability to run so fast. Okay, but how come I'm not awake yet? Oh yes, I forgot to tell you, you've been passed out for a week. What? Oh my god. I've been passed out for a week? My parents and family would be very sick about me. I know, kid. I know. But what about your sister? It was because of her you were left outside. I don't blame her. She just decided to punish me for something I must have done wrong. What could you expect from me? She's my Nei-chan, and she has the right to punish me if I do something wrong, isn't it? But you didn't do anything bad, Naruto. Then how come she punished me? Kid, she was jealous of you. That's why she punished you. Jealous? Jealous for what? Because you hogged on to the attention she once had before you were born. It means my sister hates me? Naruto said as tears started to well up in his eyes. I don't know, Naruto. I don't know about that. Only time will tell. It's time to wake up. Your family is present here, and your sister as well. If you want to rekindle your relationship with her, I don't mind, but be cautious of her from now on. I will be. Naruto said as he started to wake up and leave his mindscape. Goodbye, Kurama, for now. I will meet you later. Goodbye, kid. I need to rest anyways. As Naruto closed his eyes in mindscape, outside world, inside Naruto's hospital room, Naruto's eyes started to open as he gurgled a little bit before waking up. Water, he said, as his mother rushed and gave him a glass of water. After drinking through his dry throat. Naruto sat up. Oh my god. How long was I out? For a week, Naruto. For a week and a half day. I see. Huh, I'm healed. Last time I remember, I was struck by lightning. As Narumi flinched. As Naruto looked at his sister. It's okay, Nei-chan. I'm sorry. For whatever I did. I didn't mean any wrong to you. You don't know what you did and still you say sorry, even though I was the one who was in wrong. I'm sorry, Naruto. I apologize. I shouldn't have done that. I was just jealous. I promise I'll make things right from now on. She said as she started to cry. Don't cry, Nei-chan. As Naruto got up from bed as he fell, as Narumi rushed to support him, as Naruto hugged his sister. It's alright, Nei-chan. I forgive you. I know what you did was childish, but still, I forgive you. Naruto said chucklingly, as Narumi chuckled as she still cried in her brother's comfort. That was a turning point for Narumi, as both of the parents hugged their children as well. We're proud of you, Naruto, they said. Hey Dad, quick question. Can you do a Genkai test on me? What for, Naruto? You already possess, or should possess, your mother's adamantium chains from Uzumaki clan. Are you sure you have any other Genkai? I don't know, but a test wouldn't hurt, right? Sure. As he called for a doctor, the head doctor, whose name was Mabue. Yes, Hokage-sama, what can I do for you? Mabue, I needed you here, and I need you to perform a Genkai test on my son. What for, Hokage-sama? Does he have any kind of Genkai? No, but he says he wants to test it out. I see. I will hand you the report in 2 hours. Just give me a sample of blood from him. As a nurse drew a sample of blood from Naruto before discharging Naruto to be sent home after healing his sprained and cramped muscles that hasn't been used for a week and a half. Naruto was A-okay before he left. As 3 hours later, Minato was sitting inside his office, happy that his son was A-okay and back to normal. His nightmare of a week was over, and his family was back together as they should be, until Mabue ran and slammed through the door, rushing inside. Hokage-sama, it is urgent. What happened? It's Naruto's report. Is something wrong? No, the kid has a Genkai that is similar to your jutsu. What? You mean my Raijin? Yes, the flying Raijin. It's similar to that. You teleport through space and time, right? As you explained before. Yes. The kid has a natural Genkai that he can blur through time and space itself if he runs fast enough. What? He has the Speed Force. What is Speed Force? Explain. It's quantum physics. It's a quite tacky subject. I don't know that much about it myself, but the only thing we know of now is that your son has super speed and he can run at, well, obnoxiously speed faster. A lot faster than any of us can imagine. If he runs fast enough, he can break through sound barrier, and not only that, he can break through reality itself. You mean he can open a time hole? Like that? Yes. Oh my god. That is quite surprisingly, well, surprised. I'm quite surprised by that. I don't know. I don't have any words to say. I guess I have to go home and explain this to Naruto and my rest of family. Yes, Hokage-sama. But I would like to perform some tests before making sure that he has what he has, or what I suspect he has. I'll call for Naruto. As the Anbu dropped down. Summon Naruto here, please. As the Anbu nodded before disappearing. After half an hour, Naruto arrived with the Anbu. Tocha-chan, you called for me? Yes, Naruto. You remember Mr. Mabue, right? Yes, you were the one who was going to perform my Genkai test. Yes, kid. Can you come with me to the open training ground? Yes, you too, Hokage-sama. As after half an hour, they arrived at the training ground, which was plain and straight. So, what are we doing here? You are to dash to that place and here. As you can see, there is an Anbu located 2 miles away from here, right? Yes. You are going to go there and grab that card from his hand and dash back here as fast as you can. Come on, my boy. Are you being nuts? He's a kid. He can't do that. as Naruto had a lightning crackling in his eyes before he dashed and disappeared in a burst of speed in front of everyone, as the Yanbu itself was surprised as he saw Blur moving towards him. The Yanbu was a Uchiha with Sharingan, as his eyes widened, even with 3 Tomo Sharingan. As before he could grasp, the card was taken from his hand, as Naruto was already dashing back. As when the clock stopped, Naruto was in front of them, and it was 5 seconds only. My god, 5 seconds to cover 2 miles and return back, that's 4 miles. Naruto, you have the speed force. You can rip through time apart if you want to. Go back in time or go into future and change the timeline as a whole. But remember, Naruto, these things have consequences, Minato said, cutting Mabue in. I know, Toho-chan. I will be careful with it. Yes, and don't reveal this unless you're in absolute danger. We will continue with this training of yours when you grow up. I think it's safe, Hokage-sama. This ability in Kage Genkai don't use any kind of chakra. What? Yes. As Minato's eyes widened. Oh, I remember, Naruto. You don't have your chakra unlocked, right? Are you feeling fatigued or anything like that? No, Toho-chan, I'm fine. It's like that I just ran a circle around my home. Minato remembered that Naruto was an hyperactive child, but now Naruto was ultra hyperactive. Oh my god, it was going to be a headache to deal with him when he's on a sugar rush. Naruto, remind me to ban sweets for you. Oh, come on, why, Toho-chan? You have the super speed now, and it'll be a headache to stop you, kiddo. You're a potty pooper. I'm going to Ma, Naruto said as he dashed out of there. Oh my god. It's going to be a headache already, and how am I going to explain this to Kushina? As we go to Namikaze Uzumaki residence, inside Kushina was cooking, as she felt a sudden force approaching. As she got ready, with her spatula and frying pan in her hands to fight whoever it was, before she could see anything, the door busted open, and in a bright flash and a blur, a figure was standing in front of her, but it wasn't tall, as she had her head down to see who it was, as the figure was hugging her already. Kachan, Toho-chan is being mean. Naruto? As Minato flashed back with a sigh. Naruto, stop using that force speed. It's speed force, Dad. Yes, whatever, just go to your room and let me talk to your mother. Fine. As Naruto dashed to the upstairs. No using the speed force at home. Oh, come on! Naruto's voice was heard, as Minato then sighed. What's going on, Minato? How come Naruto runs that fast? You see, Naruto's Genkai test came in. I see. Is everything normal? Yeah, that's the problem. Not everything is normal. Our son has a Genkai, which is known as a speed force. If he wants, we can rip through time-space apart as a whole and create a new timeline. Wow, that's quite a lot to take in, Kushina said. I know, Kushina, but that's not what I'm worried about. Then what are you worried about? I'm worried about is that, what if he decides to go into past and, well, what if we aren't married there? And he decided that he's mad at us and didn't want us to be together. And not only that, what if he decides to change the timeline of Konoha as a whole? You know there are dire consequences of changing the past and the future. I know. It is quite bad, but still I don't get it. What's so bad about him using it? I mean, it's kind of cool and similar to yours. I know, but what if it falls into someone's wrong's hand? Yeah, you're right. What if someone tries to exploit him for his own powers? We have to take care of him. Wait a minute. Minato, how come Naruto used that Genkai? He doesn't have even unlocked his chakra yet. Well, that's the surprise. The Genkai, as the doctor said, my boy said, doesn't use any kind of chakra as a whole. What? Yes, it's kind of like in nature. A natural thing for him now. Oh my god. I see. As Kushina then said, it seems that the lightning some kind of had effect on him. And Mabui said that lightning that struck Naruto was different from the natural lightning. It was induced with speed force that happened only once in 100 years. And Naruto was the lucky one who got struck by it. I mean, the unlucky one. Minato said, as he saw Kushina's hair starting to fly in air. You said my son was lucky to get hit by lightning and almost die. If he didn't have the first ball inside of him, he wouldn't been a male toast, a kid toast. As Minato was sweating, well, look at the time. I have to go and do my duty. Sleeping on the couch for 1 month, she said before Minato flashed away. Oh, come on! Minato said as he was inside his office, as he started to throw jutsus at his paperwork, which has grown over the disappearance in 2 hours. Curse you, paperwork, because of you I have to sleep on a couch for a month. As Naruto's life went on like that, in all fun and all, until Naruto turned 6, his sister was already in Ninja Academy, my bad, as Naruto started to train with his parents. Now listen here, Naruto-chan, you have unlocked your chakra, and it seems your speed has increased since then. Yes, I can enhance my feet with chakra and leap through, well, quite fast. I already broke through sound barrier, remember? Naruto, Kushina said, calming him down. You should not forget that your power, yes, Ka-chan, I remember, is supposed to remain a secret and only be used in a life-threatening situation. And not to be used in public and all. I remember. Naruto, this is serious. If anyone who has ill will towards you or our village or us will try to gain your power, either by killing you or other things I don't want to talk about. You already said killing. What's worse than that? You don't want to listen, son. There are much worse things than an instant death in Shinobi world. Remember that. Hi, Naruto said. So, Kushina said, sighing before gaining her composure and a smile. How about we eat a ramen, then we go start training again? As Naruto laughed at that and decided to go eat ramen. As Naruto and Minato were home alongside with Narumi, who returned from her academy by the time they were getting ready for dinner, as Kushina cooked homemade ramen, her special. As they were eating and enjoying, Minato then said, Naruto, how about you and I go to Hyuga compound? It's Hinata-chan's birthday today. Hinata-chan's birthday? Awesome. I mean, yeah, cool, Naruto said, getting his composure, as Kushina and Narumi had a look in their eyes as they giggled. It seems someone has a crush. Narumi teased, oh come on, Nate-chan, stop it, as Kushina started while giggling. Aw, Naruto-chan is shy. I know you like Hitomi's girl. It isn't like that, we're best friends, that's all. As Minato chuckled at that. It's alright, Naruto. It's, well, not good to not be honest here. As Naruto was tired and pouted as his family teased him. Anyways, the night fall as both Minato and Naruto went to Hinata's birthday. As they were celebrating, Hinata got tired after eating a cake that was served by her quote-unquote, well, guard. As after that, the guard said, I will be taking Hinata back to her room. Naruto was quite suspicious by that. As then, Kurama spoke. That guard, he said Hinata. He didn't say Sama. Quite suspicious. Naruto, follow that guard, but don't let him see you. Okay, Kurama, can you mask my chakra? Already done. He won't suspect you. You have to be, well, silent as possible as you can. Well, I can do that. As Naruto entered Hinata's room, he was surprised to find it empty and the window open. Crap, I have to go after them. You should inform someone downstairs. Not enough time. We have to go now. As Naruto, lightning crackled inside his eyes before he dashed in a blue blur, leaving a trail of blue light behind with electricity. As we go to a clearing just outside Konoha where the two Kumo shinobis dropped the bag with drugged Hinata. We got the Hyuga princess. Now the Raikage will finally let us back inside the village and be pleased with us. Phew, it was kind of tough job, but we managed to, well, fool whole Konoha and the Yellow Flash. Take that, you bastard. With the whole fake papers and all. As they were laughing, and, well, one of them suddenly felt something. A chill ran down their legs as the other started laughing. What? Look down, man, your pants are loose. What? How? As suddenly, The other one who was smoking, his secret was on the one who was, well, feeling chill down his legs, whose pant was down. As he yelped, "Itachi, you bastard! What is wrong with you?" said the man as he punched his other fellow. "Oh, come on, I didn't do it. You're going to pay for that." As both of them started to laugh, as Naruto was laughing in the bushes. Grown-up Johnny's my ass. These guys are no fun, and they're more easy to tease than the Ganins and Anbu in my village, Naruto said. Before Naruto dropped a bucket of glue on both of them, the super gorilla glue, in a blinding speed, as then the glue froze to the ground instantly alongside them on there. The glue was burning their skin as well, as they yelled in pain as Naruto finally appeared in front of them, laughing while rolling on the ground. As then the whole Hyuga squadron appeared alongside with Minato to see his son just laughing on the ground as two Jonins from what seemed like another village were in a statue-like figure. As then one of the Anbu got near. "Sir, it's super glue. Not only normal super glue, but the commercial super glue. The gorilla one." "Oh my god, Naruto, what did you do? And how come you had the bucket of that super glue?" I just took it from the your resources pile where the Konoha stock is kept." "How do you know about that?" "You have a habit of, well, leaving your scrolls around the office at home and your Hokage office. Naruto, you're banned to use the speed force inside my office." "Oh, come on, To-chan, you're no fun." "Plus, Hinata-chan is fine." "Where is Hinata, Naruto-kun?" asked Hiyashi Yuga. "Oh, I forgot," Naruto said as he dashed towards the back, shocking everyone, and appeared in a blur in front of everyone. "See, she's fine," as Minato just face-palmed, as Naruto then eyes widened as he realized what he did. Oops. As Hiyashi and Hisashi glared at Minato. "Minato, can you explain this? What's going on?" "I guess I have to call a council meeting finally." As he told the Anbu to pick up the statue and drag them back to the council chambers as well. As after an hour or so, the whole council was gathered there. So was Hiyashi and Hisashi. Both of them wanted some answers. And the rest of the clan heads were also there, and alongside the civilian members and the elders, who were quite surprised to see Naruto, as Koharu patted Naruto's head and gave him some candy. "Thanks, Koharu-bachan," as Koharu chuckled. As then Koharu then asked, "Minato, I know you called for a meeting, but why did you bring Naruto-chan here? Isn't he supposed to be at home or something? It's past his bedtime," she said, glaring at Naruto, who flinched and looked away, as he saw the ceiling was interesting. As Minato then sighed and said, "Koharu-bachan, please can you wait for that? We have other things to discuss, well, regarding Naruto as well." As Naruto then said, "Anbu bringing the statue," as Hiyashi chuckled at that, and so did Naruto, with a proud chuckle, as the statue of the live shinobis was presented to them. "What is going on? Why are Kumo ambassadors like that?" Hamura asked. "Well, turns out they were kidnapping Hinata, Hiyashi's daughter, over there, and Naruto helped the Yugas, and captured the traitors in our treachery." "I see. So, how come Naruto helped you? I don't see. How can a child help you who just barely unlocked his chakra?" "Well, Naruto has a Kikigenkai. He can move through space and time with E-speed. He has speed force in him." "The speed force? What is that?" asked the civilians. "Naruto, can you show them?" "Fine, Dad. Come on, I'll buy you 2 bowls of ramen." "You're on, old man," Naruto said, as Naruto dashed around the whole council chambers as he sat back down with everyone's wallet. As everyone gasped at that. "Hey, how come he has our wallets?" one of the civilians asked. "We didn't even see him move or leave that place." "That is what you call the speed force. He can move at blinding speed," Hamura asked with amusement. "Yes. It's much faster than my Harishin, because I move through space and time when I'm traveling through kunai to another kunai, while he dashes through the space and time, like he's walking through it. And hence the speed force," as everyone nodded. How did this happen? Well, you all remember that when Naruto was 3, he was struck by lightning, right? Yes, well, it wasn't any natural lightning. It was lightning filled with speed force that only struck Earth once every 100 years. And unluckily or fortunately, Naruto was there outside because of a prank he did on his sister while his sister was punishing him. As the lightning bolt struck Naruto again and again, Naruto was struck by enhanced speed force lightning not once, not twice, not thrice, but 6 times that day, meaning the lightning speed force was, well, embedded in his DNA, changing and altering it forever. Can his sons or offsprings gain that as well? Asked Danzo. From what my boy told me, yes. My boy, the genius prodigy of Tsunade, before she left, right? He was her student. Yes. It seems Naruto-chan is special, Koharu said. Yes, Ba-chan. Naruto, can you return everyone's wallet? I kind of forgot which one is which, and you can pick it up, everyone, Naruto said, dropping it off at Minato's table. Can I go home, Dad? Yes, go home, but be careful. Without saying anything, Naruto dashed, disappearing in front of everyone's eyes. As Fugaku activated his Sharingan and Mangekyo Sharingan. As he was surprised, he's not using chakra, but he's dashing through in front of us with blinding speed. Even with my eyes, I can see him as a high-speed Jonin moving at a blinding speed. As everyone's eyes widen, he can dodge the dojutsus as well. It is quite frightening. He will be quite powerful asset in the future, said none other than Danzo, which caused Minato to groan as everyone else did. As Koharu then said, Danzo, can't you stop seeing everyone as an asset? You yourself was an asset at a time, but now all you are is an ass. An old ass who is sucking us off like a leech. As everyone was quite surprised by how Koharu summed it up, but they were happy that Danzo was put to his place before he grumbled and left. Well, I guess the meeting is off then, Danzo said as leaving, as everyone else nodded at that, before Minato sighed and said, the meeting is off officially. As he was about to leave, Hiashi approached him. Minato, I want to have an arranged marriage between your son and my daughter. Well, Naruto-chan sure does like your daughter. I mean, he always flushes whenever Hinata is mentioned. Funny thing, Hinata does the same thing, Hiashi said, as both of the friends looked at each other before smiling and shaking their hands. Well, you got yourself a deal there, Hiashi. As both of them then signed a scroll and stamped it with Hokage's stamp and their own clan stamps as well. And there were 2 copies, one with, well, Hiashi, one with Minato, as the original was kept inside the Hokage documenting files. As when they returned home, Kushina and Hitomi were informed respectively, and both were happy to have such a good daughter-in-law and a son-in-law as well. As when Fugaku entered his house, Mikoto was quite surprised to see that her husband had a shocked expression. Honey, what is wrong? Well, turns out Minato's brat has the speed force in him, and even with my Mangekyo, I can see that the brat was moving at high Jonin speed. What? But shouldn't that be impossible? I see. Then a girl named Sayuri came in front of her. To-chan, I mastered the Grand Fireball Jutsu. Good work, Sayuri, he said, patting her head. Is Itachi home? As Itachi then came home. I'm right behind you, father. And I don't like what you're planning. What? You're planning to marry Sayuri to Naruto so that some of the Uchihas can gain the speed force as well. Well, it is not wrong to enhance your clan. Father, we were going to plan a coup, but we stopped because of you and 4th Hokage talking and sorting things out. Everything is back to normal. But why do you fear so now that you need the speed force? I feared that orange masked man that almost corrupted me, son. And he says that he's Madara Uchiha, and if he is, and still out there, then God knows what will happen. Dad, Minato and Kushina are already indebted to you and were thankful for you when the masked man attacked and tried to steal Naruto, threatening them to release the Kyuubi. You were there, and fighting him with your own Mangekyo. and that is why the QB wasn't released. I know, son. But still, we still need their speed force. Even if I don't want to, the elders, they will enforce it once they know. And as the clan head, it is my duty to inform everything to them. I hate them, Dad. It is the life, son. We shall follow it. In the shinobi world, you must do everything, even if it means to harm the happiness of your own, so that you can survive alongside the people you love. As Itachi gritted his teeth but knew what his father meant. Fine, but only if she loves him. What is going on, Toho-chan? Siri said. Siri, what do you think about Naruto? You mean the fourth Tokage's kid? He's kind of cute, Siri said before her eyes widening as she gained her composure. Yeah, he's a dope and I can probably beat him. As Itachi had wide eyes, my sister has a crush? At 6 years of age? He gained his Mangekyo that day because of the shock. Not because his rage or sorrow, because of his shock. Itachi gained his Mangekyo. He couldn't sleep that night. For the next whole week he couldn't sleep. There were bags under his eyes when he met Izumi. Itachi-chan, what is wrong with your eyes? Said his girlfriend. In a teasing manner, my sister has a crush at the age of 6. How is that possible? As she bonked Itachi on the forehead. What is wrong with you, Izumi? I'm talking serious here. She shouldn't be thinking about such stuff at her age. Well, I sure was about you when I was your age. As Itachi blushed at that, as he then offered her a poke as both of them ate it at the riverside. As on to the other side in the, Hokage office, we see Fugaku standing there with a scroll. Fugaku, you as well? But what I'm going to say to Hiyashi? He's my friend and he was the first one who talked to it. And both Naruto and Hinata had feelings. What if Sayuri doesn't have feelings for Naruto? Well, my daughter thinks your son is cute. I see. Well, I have to talk about this with Kushina and, Naruto himself. That won't be trouble. I will go with you this evening, and we will talk there. You sure are stubborn now, Fugaku, aren't you? Yes, I am. As in the evening, both of the men got into Uzumaki Namikaze's residence. As outside, the Fugaku was stoic. Inside, he was shivering like a mess because he was about to face the worst enemy in his life, the red, hot-blooded habanero, Kushina Uzumaki herself. And he was a fool in the childhood who enraged her once, and she traumatized him for life. He was still traumatized, even if as a grown-ass man who was married and had 2 kids. Anyways, he entered the house. As he sat down on the table, underneath the table his legs was shaking like mad, as on the other side he was stoic. Kushina, Fugaku, what are you doing here? I hope Mikoto is okay, and you aren't harming her, or there'll be hell to pay. He started to vibrate, before he calmed his nerves down. Come on, Fugaku, it's been years. Calm yourself down, be a man. You're strong now, not the same wimp you were as a child. As Fugaku calmed his nerves down. Well, you see, I am here to, have an arranged marriage between my second daughter, and your second son, Naruto Uzumaki. As Kushina then said, fine. Anyways, he's the last of Uzumaki and Namikaze, so it is his duty to revive our both clans. As you see, we were thinking giving both clans to Naruto, and Narumi completely agrees with it. She doesn't want to be a clan head. We talked to her about this before. And when she became a genin, she wasn't interested in, becoming a clan head of both clans. And heck, she said she was going to be engaged with Uncle, which was quite surprising for us that our daughter is a lesbian, but I guess we live in a shinobi world now where gender doesn't matter, right? Until you love each other. As Fugaku was quite surprised by that. I see. Well, then, so we have, a marriage or something like that? Or are we in-laws or what? Fugaku asked. Yes, you can consider yourself and your daughter married to my son, or fiancés, as Naruto dropped his plate, who was standing there. What? What do you mean by that, Kachan? Well, you see, son, you are the next clan head of both Uzumaki and Namikaze clan. But what about Nei-chan? She doesn't want to be the clan head. We talked to her. Nuh-uh, I don't trust you. I'm going to the Inuzuka compound, Naruto said before dashing and disappearing out of there. As Fugaku was still amazed by the speed. I can't believe it. The kid has such a, well, rare Kakagenkai. It comes with a cost. He had to suffer a lot because of it. And he can, well, rip through space and time as well, Minato said. Space and time? What do you mean by that? He can open a portal back to the past or into the future. It can change anything he wants. Alter anything. Altering the past will alter our present and the future. Altering the future? Well, it might be something worth seeing. I see. It is both amazing and terrifying. Yes. As Naruto on the other side, with blinding speed, was inside a room where he saw his sister lip lock with none other than Anko, who was also having a threesome with Hana? What the hell? Naruto said, as the girls yelped as they covered themselves. After some time, Narumi walked out. What the hell is wrong with you, Ototo? Why are you here? I thought you were engaged with Anko. What are you doing with Hana and Anko as well? Well, Anko and I were decided we wanted to spice things up, and Hana just, well, had her heart broken, so we were healing it. By what? Having what? Sex? Yes, what other way is to do it? I don't want to know about that. That's kind of fucked up. Just leave that to your own self. Hey, how come you're swearing? I will tell Kachan if you tell this to anyone. Promise. Cross my heart and hope to die with 1,000 needles piercing it. I won't tell this to anyone. As QB inside was roaring with laughter. She got you good, kid. Oh, Kurama, please not you too. Well, Gaki, you should start training in Fuinjutsu and other techniques as well. Because your speed is the only thing that is going to save you against stronger enemies. As from then on, Naruto life became hell. He went on harsher training with Minato and Kushina from then on in Genjutsu, Taijutsu, Kenjutsu, as well as Ninjutsu, other side from his speed. Naruto was now strong as a genin already. As he graduated, he was placed on a team with none other than Sakura Haruno and Sayuri Uchiha. Sayuri and Naruto were now close, much closer in the academy years after they were engaged. Sayuri still considered Naruto as her husband and, well, acted like they were married already. As they were waiting for their sensei, Naruto-chan, here is your breakfast. You should eat it before, well, sensei arrives. On the other side, Hinata gritted the towel in her teeth as she was clenching both her fists. That bimbo, I can't believe her luck. I should kill that pink hair bitch and take her place, yes. That is why I will be with Naruto-kun. Even though I have to deal with that bimbo, I don't care. That pink bitch always hurts Naruto-kun. However she likes. She doesn't have a right to do that. Only I will be allowed to do that whenever he betrays me. But why would he? I will never let him, she said with a mad cackling. Naruto was quite scared with Hinata sometimes, but he knew deep down that she was a good girl and was quite innocent and loving person as a whole. And Naruto was quite happy to have her as her fiancée as well. Time went on and, well, Kakashi arrived and they did their Genin test. And surprisingly, with Naruto being the love interest of Sayuri and Sayuri being the admiration interest of Sakura, worked together as a whole team and passed. As the time went by, they went on many Genin missions, and after that they went on a wave mission which turned out that it wasn't a C rank and an A rank. As Naruto made a fool out of Zabuza by dropping his pants and kicking in his nuts, and not only that, tying his ass with firecrackers before blowing them off. When Haku emerged, Naruto rolled him around with a sticky rubber band. After that, he was completely covered by it. Naruto rolled him on the dirt, covering him with dirt and threw him in the river. As Haku was mad about that, before he dispelled himself, appearing on the ground again. But when he appeared, he couldn't hold his laughter at the sight of his own master. Zabuza was on the ground, well, rocking back and forth, crying while sucking on his thumb. End this nightmare. I don't want to be haunted by ghosts anymore. Please stop this nightmare, Kakashi. Hey, please kill me. I don't want to live. As Kakashi himself was smiling and laughing, full-blown laughter. Ah, suffer as whole Konoha has by the hands of the ghost of Konoha, because he pranks even without anyone realizing. As on the other side, the mercenary group arrived. Well. The demon of the mist, it looks like he's mentally damaged. What a liability. Kill him after you're done killing them. Before he could do anything, they all were electrocuted by a buzzer as Naruto was on to the other side, laughing his ass off. Did you see that, Kakashi-sensei? I electrocuted their asses off. Don't worry, they're still alive, but yeah, they'll be out from the daylight for almost 1 day, as, well, Gato was the only one alive. Wait, please, forgive me. Yes, I will forgive you if you shave your eyebrows off and dance naked in front of everyone, Naruto said, as, well, Gato complied. As he was dancing naked in front of everyone, making a fool out of himself, he handed everything and every property of his own to Naruto before Naruto distributed it to everyone. Now you're nothing, Gato. As he spanked Gato's ass before Gato jumped and fell into the river and floated away. It was a happy ending and a funny one as well, as the land of the waves was finally free from Gato's regime, and some of Gato's money was paid to Zabuza for his mental health care and to Haku as well. Haku was mad about his master's health but was happy that they were willing to pay them enough for his healing process, as both Zabuza and Haku left as well. When they returned back to Konoha, Kakashi died laughing while reporting, and when this report was given to the whole council, they as well were laughing onto the ground. Even Danzo let out some chuckles, hearing the report. It was not so bad, hearing about the brat with the super speed, who can do such things and make a fool out of even S-rank threat criminals out there. Onto the other side, in Land of Waves, people saw Naruto as a hero, the ghost of Konoha, the wicked prankster, and such titles were given to him in the bingo book soon after, when Zabuza returned back to Kiri after the whole bloodline purge was ended, and the bloodline, of course, won over the loyalists. And once his report and rehabilitation was done, everyone was quite shocked by this. And Naruto was already an S-rank threat, even known as a Genin, because of his super speed and pranks he pulled on everyone. That is why he became an easy target for everyone as well. Not many knew he was Jinchuriki, except for one of the Akatsuki members, who had his eyes set on, well, who other than Naruto himself. As we go to Amegakure, where everyone was sitting, as Deidara and Sasori said, we will be going after the Kyuubi first. That's quite surprising, Beater-sama. But I will show him my art before killing him by extracting the Kyuubi. Yes, you will. That is why I'm sending both of you there. If you two fail, then we have Hidan and Kakuzu. They'll be next. And after that, Tobi and Kisame will go. Then if you both as well fail, then only I and Konan will go. Satsui will remain behind as a backup. If we all fail, you will be the only one in charge and be going after him. But not now. In 1 year. For that we will train hard for 1 year, because we know it is strong enough to be recognized as an S-rank threat, which is, in my opinion, quite not possible, even for a Jonin, but he's a Genin, for God's sake, now, and an S-rank threat. He will be gaining power as well. That's why we have to gain more power, and along that year, we will see what happens, and try to recruit or gain other Bijus. Onto the other side, it was time for Chunin Exams, and they were about to begin. As most of the Konoha rookies were there, and surprised for the other one to see the ghost of Konoha there, the prankster from hell, Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. They were thinking along the lines, oh my god, we're fucked. Well, yep, they were, if they ever crossed his path. And well, after the first test was done, it was the second test, and the most important test. As The Amigakure team was the first one sent by Pain himself to monitor Naruto. They targeted and attacked Naruto, but Naruto just gave them a mega veggie to both three of them, which caused them to scream like a little girl, before Naruto slapped them so hard on the face that all three of them felt unconscious. As Naruto laughed before he and his two girls, his wife and his teammate, left deeper into the forest. They already had the scroll they needed. All they needed to be done was to get to the other side, into the tower. As they were midway, they saw someone powerful approaching, before a snake come through the bushes and attacked the three of them, which caught them off guard. But Naruto, everything slowed down. He was now using chakra with his light force speed. It was lightning force speed, not just force speed as whole. As Naruto slowly walked away from outside while carrying Sakura and Hinata, Sayuri as well, in his arms. As the snake struck the tree, as well, the Otonin was quite surprised by that. As Kyubin informed Naruto, I feel snakes from him. He's Orochimaru. But how come he's Orochimaru? Isn't he a male? Just try it. If my suspicion is true, you have my full permission to use my chakra. 50% of it, remember? Otherwise you'll get hurt. But you can use it for 10 minutes only. You have to end the battle fast. You know who you're talking to, right, Kurama? Kyubi groaned. Focus, brat. Fine, party pooper. Naruto said, Hey Orochimaru, good to see you back to the village. As the Otonin raised an eyebrow. I see, so you knew who I am. Naruto? How do you know who I am? Bingo book, kid. Should read some. Nah, I only read about the traders. So, what can I do for you? Naruto said, appearing behind him, which caused Orochimaru's eyes to be widened as he became alert. How are you here? As then he realized, the Speed Force. He licked his lips. Pedophile, Naruto said, before he kicked him in the nuts and appeared somewhere else. And Naruto then said, Damn, I forgot you're in a female body. You don't have nuts. As Orochimaru was gripping his, vaginal parts, as he squeaked out, Yes, I don't. You brat, you will pay for that. As Naruto, with lightning speed force crackling, appeared before him, before punching him with chakra-enhanced punch, causing his jaw to be shattered, as Orochimaru's soul left his body for a minute before Orochimaru popped out from the Konoichi's skull as his original form, leaking huge amount of killer intent. As Naruto then yawned and said, Done already? Now it's my turn. Kurama, back me up here, please. Naruto said as Kyubi launched 50% of chakra inside Naruto's system, as Naruto's whole body was engulfed by chakra cloak, a golden one, as the KCM2 mode was activated. As Orochimaru's eyes widened, Damn it, he's the Jinchuriki, and he can control the Kyubi's chakra. I have to get out of here. You're not going anywhere. Rasengan, Naruto said as he smashed a Rasengan in Orochimaru's ribs. Damn it, I should have been careful. He's an S-rank shinobi. And I see it's for naught. He's quite powerful. I have to take him out, or otherwise he will be quite stressful in my plans. You know, you should stop talking or thinking so out loud. I can hear you from a mile away. How? Ha! I know what you were thinking, as his eyes widened. As then, after a minute or so, Naruto tied him down with chakra training strings that he developed with his mother. After Orochimaru was tied and feeling quite drained, he sat down before Naruto slapped a seal, which was a sleeping seal, on his forehead as Orochimaru fell asleep. As Naruto sealed his body into a scroll before all three of them left to the center. As they arrived there, both of the girls were looking at Naruto still in amazement. What? How come you take down a Sanin and think that it was nothing? Then again, we're not surprised. You were also mentioned as an S-rank Genin in, bingo books of other villages. As Naruto chuckled, haha, sorry. As after the second part was done, it was 2 days still for the exams, as Naruto, with his blinding speed, went to the Hokage, stand and delivered the scroll there. After that, the Anbus were quite surprised to find him sleeping Orochimaru. As the seal was removed, Orochimaru woke up, and, truth-speaking seal was slapped onto him because of, again, courtesy to Kushina and Uzumaki genes. They developed any seal they wanted. As Orochimaru blurted out truth, but nothing else. And Danzo's secrets were revealed as well. And well, he was captured as well alongside with Hamura, who was also betraying Konoha. And these three traitors were executed in front of everyone. And it was Jiraiya to return finally, and he trained Naruto for 1 month as well after the preliminaries in which Naruto vegged Kiba and he gave up. He was giving him an atomic veggie, and everyone was laughing at him, including his own sister and mother, because the way Kiba was, well, roasting Naruto, Naruto was just silent and roasted him with actions. Literally, his nuts. As Akamaru was also laughing at his master's, well, pain, because Kiba was ordering Akamaru around for, well, perverted stuff as well. He was getting tired of it, and this will keep Kiba in line, because Akamaru wasn't going to let him down from it anymore until his rest of his life. As after his win, Naruto and Jiraiya were training for 1 month alongside with the Toads. And after the training was done, time came for the finals. And surprisingly, Suna attacked by themselves. And when they found out their Kazekage was dead, it was already too late. Naruto, with his lightning flash speed, gave every one of the attackers an atomic veggie, covering their underwear on their head. It was quite painful to see because, well, their testicles and penis was ripped almost from their position, and their head was in a painful location as well, and their back was about to be broken as well. It was called atomic veggie for nothing, and S-rank forbidden jutsu, forever to be written in the scroll. And, well, aside from that, Suna lost pretty badly. And they feared Naruto for his atomic veggies and ultimate speed. Even Shikaku feared, because after seeing such threatening atomic veggies, he was quite happy that he didn't have any kind of, well, gender. And he didn't have to wear any underwear as well. But he was surprised to see his brother's chakra avatar when Naruto appeared in front of him with Kyuubi's chakra avatar in blinding speed, and punched him so hard that Gaara woke up. And Naruto caught him before he fell down, as Gaara saw a Kyuubified Naruto in front of him. Not in a bad state, in KCM2 state. After Naruto's cloak was dispersed, Naruto gave him the Talk no Jutsu, and turned Gaara into a new leaf and his friend. As time went by, Naruto spent some time with Hinata and Sayuri, separately and together as well, going as far as to getting their first kiss as well, and officially being married to them, due to their reluctance and being mad at each other. Aside from Naruto, of who Naruto was going to marry first. Naruto used shadow clones, as both of the shadow clones married his wives by kissing them and returning memories to the original one, solving the solution, as his father was proud and so was the daughter's father to such a solution. As time went by, the Akatsuki grew nervous, as after a year came to an end, they decided to attack, but as a group of whole together. And when they came in near Konoha's territory, well, all of a sudden, a light appeared, and the next thing they knew, they were all naked, but naked. Aside from Konan, obviously, because Naruto didn't lose his morals, as every male was naked and Konan was covering her eyes with her papers. As Naked Pain said, "Attack!" "Oh, come on, boss, we're all naked. How can we attack?" As Naruto then spanked each and every one of the males who were naked, causing them to yelp and jump like a female. As when they saw it was an electrocuting attack that was slapped on their ass cheeks, as they all, well, growled in pain because they were electrocuted. Far worse enough, well, that they fall unconscious, as Naruto then slapped a sleeping seal on Konan's forehead. Before all of them were unconscious, as Naruto dragged each and every one of them back inside to Konoha's walls, as they were now on chakra repression seals and they were interrogated. As it turns out, the original Nagato was outside and turned off his pain of the 6 parts of pain. As Naruto arrived there and, well, talked no jutsu him again and turned him a new leaf as well. And turns out the Zetsu was still out there. As after getting the information, Naruto thanked him and let go of Konan, as both of them left Konoha for good. While the others, well, they were tortured in Naruto's way, tickled to death, and not only that, showed horrible music of none other than, well, sung by Kiba, but also romantic comedy films made by a worst director. It was quite a torture. They weren't allowed to sleep. If they fell asleep, they were slapped on the neck with a burning hot hand made out of rubber, which caused them to wake up. They already had bags under their eyes. Please forgive us. We apologize. Banjashin-sama, forgive me. I'm not going to be your loyalist anymore. I hope you forgive me. I don't want to be in this hellhole anymore, he said after getting enough tired. Janshin-sama may grant him immortality, but he wouldn't grant him sleep, which he direly needed. Otherwise, what was worth of his immortality? As the other ones were faring no good, as Obito finally said, "Fine, I had enough. It was me who was the culprit behind all the attacks. Just end this nightmare." "Who are you?" Kakashi said, as he said, "Remove my mask, Bakashi." As Kakashi flinched and removed his mask, and it turned out it was Obito. But lucky for him, he caused nothing. No damage, no one hurt it. As after they talked to Jutsu's Obito, and Obito came to realize that his plan had a flaw, a huge flaw, but he was still mad at Kakashi for what he did. And after Kakashi explained his side of story, Obito finally realized something, that he was a fool, a mad fool who didn't return here and was, well, swayed by Madara's word. And when the Madara word came out of his mouth, everyone was surprised and worried that Madara was alive. And Obito ensured them that Madara was dead because of his old age, that old bastard was dead. And well, Naruto arrived back from Omegakure in an hour. "Here's Zetsu," Naruto said as the plant-like figure was slipping to the floor. "I think he's the main culprit here. What should we do with him?" "Well, what else to do?" Naruto slapped 100 ceiling tags and sleeping tags on all over his body. "He will forever sleep. Let's lock him up into a complete wooden cage and put some seals on it, and then bury him underground and put cement on it and put some seals and another tree on it." "Wow, kid, that's taking extra surprisingly extreme cautions." "Yes, I want to take that. I don't want this creature to be roaming around Earth, as that's what they did." And it took them 1 week to do it completely, as the other Akatsuki members who were deemable, worthy of being saved, or were turned over a new leaf, were left to leave. Surprisingly, even Kakuzu left, turning a new leaf. But he done? Well, he wasn't turning a new leaf. He was still Yashin-sama this, Yashin-sama that. So, what they did was let him rot into his prison for all eternity. Courtesy of Naruto, obviously. And hence, Naruto unofficially saved the whole elemental nations without becoming a hero. As the sage of the sixth path was also scratching his head, how come he didn't need any of his power? As Indra and Asura spirits were quite worried about as well of their incarnates. What the fuck was wrong with him? Did the lightning struck some kind of his nervous systems to shut it down, to turn him into a goofy fuck who enjoys people torture? Nah, it couldn't be his style, but Naruto was his own person, they realized. And well, time went on, and Naruto became the 5th Hokage after his father at the tender age of 25, father of 2 children, Sarada and Boruto. Psych, they are brother and sister in this one. Sucks to be them now. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story off, guys. So I hope you like this one, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel, as this is Apollo Uchiha and I'm signing out. Peace.